all know many people in the world that have made a difference in our lives. They have had a major impact on the world and have done amazing things. When I think of people that have made a difference in the world, one person comes to my mind. This woman is Queen Elizabeth II. At the grand age of 93, Her Majesty is incredibly deserving on a list of women who have left their mark on the world. She currently has been sitting on the throne for 66 years and making the world's longest-serving monarch. Today we will be talking about Queen Elizabeth's early life, her reign on the throne, and her public character. Everyone's life starts somewhere, and for Queen Elizabeth, she was born during the reign of her grandfather, King George X. She was born on April 21st, 1926. Her father, the Duke of York, was the second son of the king. Elizabeth's only other sibling, Princess Margaret, was born in 1930. The two were educated at home by tutors. With the outbreak of World War II in 1939, Elizabeth and her sister mainly stayed out of London and stayed in Windsor Castle. The 14-year-old princess started making famous radio broadcasts and taking on other public duties. She made her first public appearance inspecting troops in 1942. Now that you know a little more about her early life, let's talk about the most important part of her life, her reign on the throne. When Elizabeth's grandfather died, his eldest son became King Edward XIII. Edward, however, was in love and had to choose between the crown and love. He chose love and left the crown. Elizabeth was not previously in line to become queen, so her life changed. She was crowned Queen Elizabeth II on June 2, 1953, at the age of 27. During the 1960s, she made visits to other countries as head of the Commonwealth. She has many important jobs, including being head of the Church of England and head of the Armed Forces. As Queen, Elizabeth has modernized the monarchy. Despite the occasional call to step aside for Charles, she has remained steadfast in her royal obligations. Elizabeth has had 14 prime ministers placed in power during her reign, and she enjoyed a father-figure relationship with Winston Churchill. Now let's talk about her public character. She is the patron of over 600 organizations and charities. For much of her life, the Queen has surrounded herself with dogs. She loves corgis and has owned more than 30 descendants of the first corgi she received as a teenager. She also has a love for horses and has attended racing events for many years. The Queen enjoys reading mysteries, working on crossword puzzles, and also has an interest in Scottish country dancing. As you can see, Queen Elizabeth has definitely left an incredible mark on the world. Today we talked about Elizabeth's early life, her reign on the throne, and finally her public character. From reigning on the throne for 66 years to being head of the Commonwealth, she has made a huge difference in other people's lives. And as Queen Elizabeth once said, "When life seems hard, the courageous do not lie down and accept defeat. Instead, they are the all more determined to struggle for a better future." Woo!